for the Cardinals, and Stephon Payne III, one of the many freshmen that have really just grown as the season has progressed. Got his first start against Texas A&M Corpus Christi at home 6 games ago, and since he's been stellar for Coach Cunningham.
He's really and truly blossomed, collected his first double-double against McNeese, 12 points, 11 rebounds. He's that towering 6'9" presence that you really want to have at the rim on your side. Smart defender, just really the guy you want on your team, and he's definitely going to give this Nicholls team a run for their money. Also ranked in the Southland Conference, 3rd with 17 blocks, so it's going to be a good matchup.
Nicholls in the road reds. Home whites for UIW. Stephon Payne III with the paint touch. 5 on the shot clock. Goes to his right shoulder and knocks it in. Our featured player of the game for UIW gets the first points of the game this afternoon, and we are underway here in the McDermott Center.
His ears must have been burning, knowing he was on the hot seat. Had to make it look good, make it happen.
Steal there from Trey Miller. Miller, another freshman. Both Payne and Miller, true freshmen. Devontae Dennis, a redshirt freshman, now with the ball. Shot clock at 10, trying to back down his man. Goes to his right shoulder again and knocks it down. 2 right hooks connect for Incarnate Word in their first 2 possessions. Nelson kicks it out to Jones. Jones unable to hit.
Fantastic defensive effort there from Nikki Kraus. Also coming along really well, both defensively and offensively. One of those players, if he starts getting hot, definitely really helps.
Just a newfound energy in this Cardinal club. Payne now, shot clock winding down. Another right hook, that one's short. Rebound there from Manny Littles. One of the top rebounders in the Southland. Leads his team 4th when it comes to the conference. Deflection there. Picked up by the Cardinals. Cece for 3. Unable to hit there.
Got Merrick Nelson all over the court, flying into the stands, almost flying to his own bench, trying to block that one. And that's exactly the kind of passion and tenacity you want on your team. There he is, sealing the deal once again.
First points of the game for Nicholls. Slow start each way. 3 minutes gone by already. Jonathan Cece, leading scorer. Nothing doing there. High pick and roll between Miller and Payne. Miller unable to hit the mid-range jumper. Rebound by Nicholls. Quickly up the floor, and Nelson just can't handle the pass there. Good look there from Jones. Had Marique Wilt Nelson wide open.
Great read there from Devontae Dennis, redshirt freshman, making his way all the way down there, reading that play. Looked like it could have been a push, but ref said nope. Back in the hands of the Cardinals. And there's one of those steals we talked so much about. Almost happened there. Good on Devontae to handle that ball.
Kraus with 5. Got to do something. Mid-range jumper off the mark. Did not hit anything. Still playing here. And going to be a blocking foul on Nikki Kraus, as Nelson and Kraus both hit the deck. Running after that loose ball.
Like quite the collision there. They seem to pop back up like it was nothing.
Four-2 lead for UIW. Another big collision there. And foul's going to be on Trey Miller. First personal, team second, and that'll take us to our first media timeout. Slow start for both teams.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick.
He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community, and I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to do everything I have to do. I'm a student athlete, putting in an extra time of work so I can get faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Todd, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
Slow start in the first 4 minutes between Nicholls and Incarnate Word. Cardinals up on the Colonels 4-2. Cardinals coming off an 0-5 start to conference play. Lots of close losses in that time span. Opening loss to A&M Commerce in overtime. 3 of those losses coming by single digits. Couple at home, and then they finally hit the road. Got a win against HCU, and flexing on the Colonels is Devontae Dennis. Count the bucket and one for the redshirt freshman.
It's interesting, he's a freshman, but he doesn't seem like a freshman at all. His presence on the court, his physicality there in the paint, just coming up big. Cardinals and a chance to take point here.
Yeah, he redshirted last year, was with UIW. So despite the freshman label, he's got a lot of experience, understands what head coach Carson Cunningham likes to do, understands the system here at UIW, and has been having a good season so far. Little jump hook, unable to hit there, blocked by Dennis. 2 chances for Ryan Maxwell come up empty.
Cardinals lucky to have Dennis there. I mean, looked like a pretty clear rebound gained by Nicholls that just had a little bit too much time on that ball. Good on Devontae getting up there, getting a clean block. It's not always easy to do.
Jonathan Cece trying to make something happen. Great crossover move and finishes at the rim.
CC's acrobatics, you're going to see it every single game, whether he's in double digits or not. You definitely, you're going to see him put up some pretty cool hoops, and it's more often that he is going to be in double digits. 15 games so far this season.
And a nice jumper there from Latrell Jones. first bucket from our featured player, presented by Raising Cane's for Nicholls. Kraus down low, blocked at the rim. Jalen White with the stuff. Pull up three, and it's nothing but the bottom. Pierce Spencer, preseason Southland Conference honors. First three-pointer of the game for Nicholls. CC, dribble handoff with him and Payne, unable to hit. Both wanting a foul, not getting it. Quick three and a quick trigger. Jalen White.
My goodness, just about any other player would have taken that space and taken the easy layup, but he brought the confidence tonight, I guess, and said, no, I'll take the three.
Kraus going at White. Miller now wide open for three, unable to hit. Strong rebound there from Collins. Running jumper, good there from Ryan Maxwell. Quickly, the lead has flip-flopped. Three-point lead now for the Colonels. Kraus in trouble, trying to find some help. Four white jerseys on the same side of the floor, and a foul by Jonathan Cece. His first, team's second. Mass substitution coming in for the Colonels.
This is going to be one of those games that if you don't put up points on every possession, it can get out of hand pretty quickly. I mean, we've seen it here. Last couple possessions, Cardinals didn't quite execute, and that's how you see Nicholls stream right ahead.
Full line change for Nicholls. A fresh new five coming in. Nice spin move and finish there. Caleb Huffman with a great take.
Another one of those players that is going to be really, really difficult for them to contain. 56% from the field goal range, ranking him second in the Southland Conference. Sixth, 15.7 points per game. I mean, this guy can do it all.
3-point from Gristy, unable to hit. .12-0 run for Nicholls as we hit another media timeout. Nicholls with a 5-point lead over Incarnate Word here from San Antonio.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He's just lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to do everything I want to do. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time of work so I can get faster. I'm a friend in classroom, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can get further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate.
Back in the McDermott Center, 12-0 run over the last 3:07 for the Nicholls Colonels. Has them up 14-9. Preseason selection to finish second in the Southland. Nice backdoor cut from Cece, unable to hit. Rebound by Nelson. It's a Nicholls team that's had lots of Southland success. Back-to-back years, they've finished #1 in the regular season. Obviously, traveled there by Nelson. Team that made the tournament was A&M Corpus Christi. They had lost to Nicholls 3 times last year, but when it counted the most in the conference tournament, the Islanders got the best of the Colonels. But back-to-back regular season titles. Colonels trying to be the first team to win 3 straight Southland Conference regular season championships in over 40 years. Last time that happened, it was Lamar when they won in 1979 through 1981, and another flush on the other end. Marique Nelson makes it a 14-0 run. And a foul on the shot. Jonathan Cece will go to the line for 2.
There's no doubt Nicholls is right on track to do just that if they continue with their consistent performances as we've seen so far this season and last season. It's not out of reach by any means to go for a 4th title.
A lot of that has to do to the great success Austin Claunch has had so far there in Thibodaux. 5 years. This is his 5th season. 84 and 56 overall. CC knocks down both. 52 and 24 in Southland Conference play. Was the youngest head coach when he was hired at 28. Is now the 2nd youngest head coach since Loyola Chicago hired Drew Valentine just last season.
My goodness, that's so young, especially these college kids. They're not much younger than 28, you know. It's got to be interesting running a show when you're almost the same age and doing a lot of the same things.
Foul on the shot. Cece able to get his defender in the air and draws a easy 2 free throws for the transfer from Indian River State Community College. Took that team to the 2nd round of the JUCO tournament, the NJCAA. Averaged 11 points per game. Had 10 or more in 24 of those 33. Having some similar success here at UIW. Averaging 15 plus. He's got 6 20-point games. 9 straight. So far, he's been in double figures. A nice jumper there from Caleb Huffman. Lead back up to 7.
Not a surprise in the least that he was able to sink those free throws as well. 2nd in the Southland Conference with 87% free throw percentage. He's just a really, really well-rounded player. He leads the Cardinals in so many categories and leader on the court as well.
Miller unable to get the friendly roll. Had some nice moves, just unable to hit the jumper. Inside to Nelson, and another bucket. Nice find there from Manny Littles. And a timeout, Carson Cunningham. And we'll take a timeout with them. 9-point lead for the Colonels here in the McDermott Center.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You
Colonels
made
shooting
me so.
a whopping 76% from the field to start the game. 10 of 13. When you talk about coming out hot and staying hot, it's exactly what you draw up. Miss there from Dennis. Fight for the rebound. Finds the men in red. Jumper off the mark, no good. Rebound by Morgan. CC pushing the pace. Morgan going to his left and knocks it through. Little teardrop that just slightly touched the net there. Perfect teardrop layup from Josh Morgan.
Sometimes it's nice to show out. Brings a certain type of energy to the court.
Nelson continues his first half success. 8 points here in the early going.
Interestingly enough, despite Nicholls leading in turnovers 7 to Incarnate Word's 2 turnovers so far, they're still putting it away like nobody's business.
Christie gives it to Morgan in the corner and all the way around it in. Thought it was going to come out for a little bit, but found enough of the cylinder and drops for Morgan. 5 quick points since he's entered the game. Nelson going left, right at Dennis, in an offensive foul. Merrick Dennis did not like that one. And we'll take a timeout on this dead ball. Nicholls up by 6. Come back for a little bit more.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
Coach Cunningham and his squad down 6 to the Colonels, 24-18. Head coach Carson Cunningham for UIW in his 5th year here in San Antonio, trying to continue the upward trajectory of this program. Last 2 years making the Southland Conference Tournament, the 8th seed in 2020, the 7th seed last year. Deflected out of bounds, stays with the Cardinals. He was able to turn around Carroll College in just 5 years. Was 107 and 52, was the fastest coach in program history to 100 wins. CC with the ball, shot clock goes to 5, goes to his right and banks it home. Tough finish there from Jonathan CC. Nothing coming easy for him, but big time players making a big time play.
Stepping up big for his team, no doubt, and that's just what he does.
8 points for CC. Jones, long 3, back iron no good, rebound by Payne. 4-point game, Jonathan CC all the way, and an offensive foul. Quickly up the court, acrobatic move, but the charge was drawn there from Latrell Jones. Second foul on CC. And Coach Cunningham's gonna stick with him, at least for the time being. Looking down the bench, and here comes Trey Miller to the table. We'll see if he goes in for Jonathan CC on the next step ball. Quick trigger again, and quickly nailing again. Jalen White, the sharpshooter for the Colonels, with another 3-pointer.
My goodness, the speed, the trigger that guy has, that is next level in my opinion.
Dennis at the block, gets doubled, quickly goes out of it, tries to find Payne. Payne unable to handle it, and out of bounds. Last touch by Morgan and the Cardinals. Stays with Nicholls. Huffman coming out of the ball game for Nicholls, and Jonathan CC taking a breather as well.
Got to hand it to Morgan on that last one, that hustle. Hustle kind of, I was going to say stop the momentum, but not so much. 9-point lead here.
Merrick Nelson just having himself a first half. 12 points for him. Doubled as Miller, almost tied up by Spencer. Shot clock at 10. Payne on the right block. Goes to his left and unable to hit. Good look, though.
Hard shot to take. It was off balance, switched the hand. It's just one of those tough sells, but hey, I give him credit for giving it a shot.
Loose ball taken by Morgan. Gets it to Miller. Cardinals down 9 as we approach the 4-minute mark. Still working it inside, and Devontae Dennis with his second and one. Austin Clounch not happy Foul was called on Nelson. He'll come out of the ball game. Coach Klonch still pleading his case to his avail. Dennis unable to complete the three-point play, so still a 7-point lead. Poked out of bounds, stays with Nicholls. And that's where we will resume once we come back. 3:57 left here in the first half. Nicholls up by 7.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
3:57 left here in the first half. UIW down 29-22 to Nicholls. Nicholls just on fire from the field, 72%, 13 of 18 shooting, 3 of 5 from behind the arc.
Top it off, they're winning the rebounds. Pretty huge discrepancy there on the defensive side. Rebounds 13 to UIW's 4, and I think there's something that has to do with that, and I think it's the fact that there are 14 players from this Nicholls team over 6 foot tall. 2 of their tallest guys towering 6'8". I mean, that's pretty difficult to beat out when it comes to rebounding.
Good defense there by Nicholls. Morgan, another loose ball stolen there from Spencer. Team that is one of the best, not just in the Southland, but nation in steals. Gets a big one there as the shot clock was winding down. See if they can turn it into points. Almost banking it from the corner there was Maxwell. So far in the first half, 3 steals for Nicholls. A little bit below average, as they average 9 a game. Miller trying to draw a foul and unable to finish. That ball hung up on the rim for a solid minute. Either way, the freshman will go to the line for 2. Trey Miller played his ball at Concordia Lutheran High School. It's Texas private school player of the year last year. 4-time district champ, 2-time captain of that team. And he's made his mark here, starting 19 of 21 games he's played in, averaging just about 10 points per game. Knocks down both free throws for his first 2 points.
Another one of those solid players from the strip. Just going in this game, he had 88% free throw percentage. Definitely not the guy you want taking those free throws. If you're the other team, that is.
Dylan Heyman into the ball game. Littles going after Payne, able to get him airborne and finishes. Lead back up to 9. Littles with 6 so far.
Great footwork there from Littles. Patience.
Payne at the free throw line. Got the smaller Spencer on him. Unable to do anything with it. Shot clock under 10. Kraus trying to go towards Littles. Floater unable to hit. Payne with an offensive rebound. He can't hit. Another chance for him. And a foul on the floor. And we're going to get a technical foul on Latrell Jones. Unhappy with the call. And so 2 shots for the technical foul on Latrell Jones.
Great work there from Stephon Payne again. Just showing up big in those moments where you need him. And he's up against a team that has quite a few tall players. He himself, 6'9", 210-pound freshman. And definitely the guy you want around the rim. He's been doing a great job both sides of the court, protecting the rim, getting those offensive rebounds, cleaning up the boards. Just that big central presence.
Miller hitting the first of 2 technical free throws. 81% free throw shooter. And gets the friendly roll on the second. So now Stephon Payne, the third, will go to the free throw line as they ended up calling that on the shot. So this could be a 4-point possession. But first, Austin Claunch is going to call a timeout, try to theoretically ice the free throw shooter. Gives us the time to look at how he's been able to develop this great roster, and it's been through what do you think it's going to be? But the transfer portal, that's where everything has turned to these days. 9 total transfers on this team, 4 coming to Nicholls this year, with big ones being Nelson, who played his most recently at UTRGV, also went to Western Kentucky. Josh LeBlanc, now on his 4th school, originally started at Georgetown before moving to LSU, UAB, and now Nicholls. Amir Paul came from a D2 school in Gannon, and then Mr. Thomas went to Indiana State University. So much success and draw is this young coach with Austin Claunch, and it's easy to sell a young, vibrant, winning program.
That too, and you have to hand it to him to have so many new faces on his squad and still be able to put up big numbers and be ranked in the Southland and, you know, be a contender, a true contender for making their way into that championship game. It just says a lot about his ability to work with people and to see people's talents and really develop them.
Payne splits a pair. Foul on the shot. Going to be called on Devontae Dennis. His first personal, team 5th. So Caleb Huffman will go to the line. One of those transfers came from Central Michigan last year. unable to hit the first free throw. And this is a team that struggles at the free throw line. There's 352 teams in the NCAA. Nicholls ranks 340th in free throw percentage at 62.7%. They've been under 60% 7 times this year, and that's resulted in 4 different losses. Huffman, one of those guys that is exceptional when it comes to shooting from the field, over 50%, 45% from 3-point, but he's also just horrific at the free throw line at 45%. Is it a mental block or what?
I don't know. Sometimes you can't have it all, right? And some players just need to be in that flow state and in that run of play. That comes with the territory, though. You know, and that's something he's definitely going to have to work through, because those are the kind of things that hold you back in playoff games, when it's just a single point difference between who moves on and who doesn't. So something that they definitely have to work on, but lucky for them, they're able to make up for it, so to speak, in run of play.
1-and-1 for Stephon Payne. Knocks down the front end. Yeah, the free throw line can be sometimes definitely a lonely place. Have a lot of time to think about certain shots. Can go anywhere, but Payne knocks down both free throws. Incarnate Word getting to the line 13 times, knocking down 11. Still behind 7 as a good layup there from Spencer. Cuts the lead back to 7. Under a minute here. Tight pressure from Nicholls and a foul called. Payne will go back to the free throw line as McKee Collins called for the hold.
Stephon Payne doing a pretty good job tonight there at the free throw line, and sometimes it's best to just not take too long to think about it. See, as a process there. Banks it once again, and you know, I think as a coach who has a team that is notoriously bad at the strip, the good thing about that is it can be fixed. You know, it's a lot harder to fix a team that maybe doesn't have the IQ or the tenacity or you know, the speed of player athleticism, but you go to the strip and just with a little bit of muscle memory and practice, daily repetition, that's something that you can definitely overcome. So it sounds like, you know, maybe they're focusing on their strengths at the moment, but once playoffs start coming around, they better spend some time there at the strip.
Oh, almost a clean block at the rim. Payne called for the foul. Collins goes to the free throw line now. First foul on Payne. 6th team foul. UIW's in the double bonus, but 19.1 seconds left. And Collins, 48% free throw shooter there, with a bad miss there. And it's the dichotomy we've already seen, a team that shoots the free throw well in UIW, one of the tops in the Southland, versus one of the worst in the Southland. Rearing its head here. 5 seconds left. Collins. Dennis now for 3. Unable to hit. And that shot will not count. So at the half, UIW uses 14 free throws to stay in it, as Nicholls shot over 70% from the field, giving them as much. And when they were winning in these last 3 games, when they were on their 3-game winning streak, they did a good job of taking care of the ball in that first half. Not so much, but they're up by 5 on the road against a Cardinal team who's looking for their 4th straight victory. First possession, getting it down low to Trey Miller. Dennis kicks to Jonathan Cece, leans into it, tries to bank it off the window. That's no good. Nelson with the rebound, coast to coast, all the way around and in. Nelson goes coast to coast and picks up where he left off in the first half.
Ball was circling the rim, wasn't too sure if that was going to be a +1 or not, but here we go. Test oldest time for this Nicholls team. Marek Nelson makes his way to the free throw. 66% actually, second on the team for free throws. Let's see if he can back it up here.
And he does. 15 points now for him. Leads all scorers. Miller down low, unable to get that one to go as he's right under the basket.
Had a lot of pressure on him there. Got to give him some credit for that hustle back as well.
Blocked by Payne is Spencer. Stays with the Colonels though. And they like to post up Trey Miller, just those last 2 times unable to get anything going.
He's definitely one of the more physical players. We've seen him come in pretty hard in the paint games prior, and probably just picked up on that.
Free throw extended jumper, no good there. Rebound by Kraus. Gets it out to Cece. Got a lot of space.
Great movement from Cece.
Good defense as well. Stopping all penetration by the Cardinals. Kraus from the wing. Unable to hit there. Nelson able to get the rebound. Tripped up by Dennis. Cardinals not liking the call. That's going to be a second foul on Dennis here in the early going of the second half.
Doesn't look like he was tripped. It kind of looked like he was falling before it happened. But again, this is why I'm not a ref. This is why I'm just here on the call.
Legs got tangled. Referee said it warranted a whistle, so 3rd personal for the game by Dennis puts him on the bench. Quick steal, unable to finish is Cece. Rebound still available. Miller able to fight his way for the rebound.
Both teams seem to be struggling a little bit at the beginning of this quarter just to get a hand on the ball. Stephon Payne there securing that shot. But good on Miller to recover that ball. Could have been any man's ball.
6-point lead. 39-33 advantage for Nicholls. 3-pointer. Back iron, no good. Littles trying to extend his range, unable to hit. Miller, mismatch on Littles, and one. Got Jalen White in the air, and Trey Miller finishes through contact. And he's got a free throw away to cut the 6-point deficit in half.
Nice little bit of a pump fake there too. Just great awareness of his surroundings. Helped him to draw the foul there.
And unable to hit to complete the 3-point play. Keeps the lead at 4 for the Colonels. High ball screen. Instead, Colonels swing it around. Nelson on Payne. At the left block, finishes with his left. Payne thought there was some help on the backside coming. Instead, no help came. and Nelson stays perfect from the field. Almost a great putback dunk from Payne. Nelson again, mid-range shot, and that's his first miss of the game. Wide open opportunity, unable to hit. Miller looking inside, finds Payne. Miller now driving inside and gets the roll. Trey Miller finishing with the big boys there, cuts the lead to 4.
Definitely starting to get red hot there from Miller, getting brave in the paint. Something tells me they probably picked up on those stats at halftime as well and made it his point to drive.
And jump ball inside. Dylan Hayman doing a great job there of tying up Manny Littles. And that'll take us to our first timeout of the second half. Still a 4-point lead for the Colonels over the Cardinals here in San Antonio.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
Cardinals looking for their 4th straight victory after starting off 0-5 in conference play. Got things going against HCU and Lamar with 2 wins on the road. Only the 3rd time UIW has done that in program history, winning 2 straight Southland Conference road games. Other 2 times being in the 2015-2016 season as well as the 2020-21 season. Nice find there by Stephon Payne the 3rd, and Dylan Hayman finishes in traffic.
Great combination there. Hayman, always one of those guys who's also strong in the paint.
In his 13th game, averaging just under 5 points per game. Sophomore from California, 89% free throw shooter, completes the 3-point play. Lead down to 4. Cardinals in this matchup zone. Spencer, nice pick and roll, and they're gonna call it kick ball. Good hands regardless. I guess you could say good feet there too. So shot clock will reset to 20. Three-point shot, no good there from Huffman.
Almost got it on him too. That quick trigger.
Seen that from Jalen White as well. Catch and shoot are a lot of these Colonel's guards. Miller on Huffman, gets doubled. Heyman for three. Front iron, no good. Rebound secured by Terrell. Jones been quiet a long time today. Back iron, offensive board by Spencer, and he finishes amongst the trees.
We'll see and Spencer shorter guys, but Spencer had some mat ups there, able to get on the end of it.
Now blocked there.
For a block, yeah.
Spencer blocks Cece. Nice full court pass to Huffman. And the lead quickly back up to 8.
Seem to be on quite a roll here. This next possession for the Cardinals is going to be an important one.
Deflection there by Tyrese Terrell. Stays with the Cardinals though, 16 on the shot clock. Defensive pressure and intensity picking up for the Colonels. Kraus with 5, trying to get it inside to Heyman. Got in no man's land after that pass, so another turnover. Terrell. Colonels swing it all the way to the far side, and another kickball. Stays with Nicholls.
Some good quick reflexes. Stephon Payne might want to consider kicking the ball around as well. Him on the soccer team. Give it a go.
Spencer trying to back down Cece. Unable to hit there. Fight for the offensive rebound. Unable to get it as Payne comes down with the rebound. And a turnover by the Cardinals. Kraus trying to get it to Cece.
It's a good idea there. Just a little bit too much speed coming from Cece. I'd help him to have the pass a little bit further ahead of him so he could run onto it, but bounce was also a little bit low. It's a good idea though.
Collins inside, blocked by Payne. Stays with the Colonels. The Colonel fans that have traveled to San Antonio unhappy, wanting a foul call, to no avail. Pierce Spencer now backing down. Miller gets doubled, tries to find an open teammate, unable to. Cece ahead and blocked. Very physical, a lot of calls being let go, letting the boys play.
Tyrese Terrell on that one with the block, and I mean, they're really putting in serious defensive effort on CC tonight because he's had multiple breakaways, which did not result in a point.
Foul inside on Pierce. Spencer sends Stephon Payne the third to the line. 5 of his 9 points coming at the free throw line. 5 for 6 today. Make it 6 for 7. 61% on the year. Freshman from Jacksonville, Florida. Getting his 7th start today. Unable to hit there. Another offensive rebound by Dylan Heyman. Second chance here for the Cardinals.
Stephon Payne now in double digits, leading the way for the Cardinals as well. Great pick for a player to highlight.
Foul on the floor, no shot. Makai Collins called for the foul, his third personal, team's fourth. Latrell Jones, as well as Makai Collins coming out of the ball game. Still a 7-point lead for Coach Clonch's group.
We also have Merrick Nelson on the court, who is most likely going to break. Oh, what a big three. Perfect timing there from Morgan, just when this Cardinal team needed it. Shorten that gap, but what I was going to say is Merrick Nelson's leading the court with his 17 points, most likely going to break his season high of 18, which is not super common for him. Only 6 games in double digits, so he's definitely having an on-fire game here tonight.
Pierce unable to hit. Cardinals can cut it to a 1-possession game. Morgan going left at Nelson and rolls all the way around and does not fall. Foul on the Cardinals by Dylan Heyman, and that'll take us to another timeout. The intensity brewing with 11:17 left. Nicholls up by 4 still in San Antonio.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
$11:18 left here in the second half. Colonels of Nicholls still with a 4-point lead. Cardinals doing everything they can to stay in this one. So many of their games have been decided by single digits. 13 of their 21 games, 9 of them by 2 possessions or less. And first possession out of the timeout results in points. Manny Littles, nice little jump hook there. He's got 8 points. Cardinals going inside to Heyman. He's doubled. CC with the ball. Christie gets it back to CC with 6. Gotta go. Couple crossovers, puts it up and finishes. What a tough shot And conversion by Jonathan Cece.
He's one of those players that when he gets a shot off, you're not totally sure that it's going to go in, but majority of the time it does, and he's just so acrobatic in that way. He just makes it happen.
Pierce Spencer's got to be shaking his head thinking, how in the world did he make that shot? I played perfect defense.
Yep.
And yet he's just, that's what good scorers do. They are able to finish and convert in tough spaces.
They also have this awareness of where the basket is, and so that's why there's a lot of these guys, they have a hand in their face and they can still put it away because they just have this sixth sense of where the basket is.
Almost a steal there by Josh Morgan. Spencer with the ball with 5. Huffman puts it up. Nicholls bench wanting to foul, but a clean flush from Nelson. 21 points, 19. That gets him the season high.
And on a dunk at that.
Entry pass stolen away from Littles. Great movement by Nicholls as Huffman puts it away.
Soon might be time to stop the bleeding, but good return there from Christie.
Bunch of transition breaks there. A couple baskets traded away from the Colonels and Cardinals. So still a 6-point game. Under 9 minutes left. Try to get it inside, and a foul on Christie.
Speaking of which, 11 fast break points from Nicholls so far this half, completely dominating UIW's 3. It's definitely hard to get a fast break on this Nicholls defense, but they're also not exactly capitalizing on the turnovers. UIW, on the other hand, is with 16 points from turnovers.
Another foul on the Cardinals. That one's on Dennis. Be his 4th personal. So he's coming out of the ball game as Stephon Payne III comes in. 16 fouls also for the Cardinals. So the next foul by them will put Nicholls at the line for a 1-and-1. Spencer driving right and can't convert. Rebound by Morgan. Quickly up the floor. Morgan's open. Pulls the 3 and he hits. Josh Morgan cuts the lead to 3. Timeout, Austin Clonch. And we've got another barn burner brewing here inside the McDermott Center.
Morgan creeping his way up into those double digits, sitting at 11 points. Multiple players on the board, I think, going to end with double digits tonight. But hey, we'll talk more about that here after the break. Southland basketball on ESPN+.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
Nicholls still hanging on to a 3-point lead. 8:25 left here in the second half. One of the most experienced teams Austin Clonch has had here at Nicholls. Returns 8 players, including 2 starters from that Southland Conference regular season title team. That team even made the NIT first time in school history. Trying to lean on that experience. Layup by Nelson, no good. Last touch by Gristy, so stays with Nicholls. And on top of that experience, actually, referees are gonna talk about it and switch the call. Crowd likes it. The bench of Nicholls wanted a foul, or at least the ball. They get neither of those, and the Cardinals can take over, get it to a one-point game, or even tie it on this possession.
I think it's pretty clear that any fan of Nicholls right now is not a fan of the ref.
Christie unable to tie the game from the corner. Foul by Payne. Huffman will go to the line. So Payne's second personal, team's 7th. But I guess the unwritten rule is that, hey, Huffman's not a great free throw shooter at 45%. We'll see if he can make the front end of a 1-and-1 on the other side of this break.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
Back here inside the McDermott Center, 1-and-1 upcoming for Caleb Huffman. 45% free throw shooter for the Colonels. And he knocks down the first. It's good from behind the arc and from the field, just not as much from the line. Able to make that one. Colonel team that struggles to shoot the free throw, knocks down both. They get there. Gets the lead back up to 5. They're in the bonus the rest of the way. Only 4 fouls for Nicholls, so still a while until the Cardinals get in. Nelson with the slam.
Second dunk, major steal, slam return by Miller. The energy in this place is insane. Just keeps going back and forth between single and double possessions.
A steal by Nicholls gave a run out for Merrick Nelson. And then a lot of transition time for Trey Miller to get a open slam. And Nelson comes down on top of Morgan, trying to corral that rebound. So 5th personal for Nicholls. 3rd personal for Nelson. Cardinals can cut it to a 1-possession game here with a 3 or 2. Payne going to his right. Off the glass, unable to finish it. Rebound by Nelson. And Spencer slowly brings it up the floor. Matchup zone for the Cardinals. Jones. A lot of contact, a lot of steps, no whistle. Finally a whistle down low. Foul on Benjamin Gristy. His 2nd personal. Makai Collins at the line, shooting 2 free throws. So caught in the act of shooting. Collins 48%. Misses there. 0 for 3 today.
Good support from his teammates there as well. He came out right before the half, was warming up on the line there, and just couldn't quite sink anything.
And misses both once again.
Again, it's just all about repetitions, getting in practice after hours, and just working through the nerves.
So timeout called by Austin Claunch. Uses his 2nd timeout. So both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. 6:12 left here inside the McDermott Center on the campus of Incarnate Word. Nicholls trying to get back on track. Had a 3-game winning streak snapped at Corpus Christi as they lost to the Islanders 86-96 on Thursday. Cardinals trying to ride this hot wave that they're on. Won their last 3 games, trying to defend home court as well. Get right back in the thick of things in the conference standings, currently in a tie for 7th. A win would just about put them in the middle of the pack. Miller trying to back down Huffman, unable to. Gets it to Gristy, gives it back to Miller. 5 on the shot clock. Cece, top of the key. Leaning jumper, able to hit the rim, fight for the rebound, and called for the foul is Miller. Actually, that one's on Payne. So Nelson will go to the free throw line. 3rd personal on Payne. 9th team foul, so still a 1-and-1 for Merrick Nelson.
Like Payne got a hand in the face there from Eric Nelson, and that's what resulted in the foul.
21 points for Nelson. 1 of 1 from the free throw line so far. And he drops the first. 57% free throw shooter. Only 2 Colonels in double figures today, him and Huffman. And Nelson unable to hit the second. So he stays at 22 points, leads all scorers, gets it to a 6-point game, under 6 minutes to go. CC gives it to Christie. Miller trying to go baseline, post move on Jones, and a foul. Lots of contact and things starting to get a little chippy. Refs come in before it gets out of hand. But Latrell Jones called for the foul. 2 free throws upcoming for Miller.
Have to hand it to this female ref who has zero fear of getting in the middle of it with these big old guys.
Miller knocks down the first. 16 fouls for Nicholls, so the next foul by them will put the Cardinals at the line for a 1-and-1. Next foul by the Cardinals puts Nicholls in the double bonus the rest of the way. Miller knocks down both, cuts it to a 4-point deficit. Crowd getting into it. Steal by Miller. Tries to finish with his right, and he does. It's a 2-point game. Timeout, Austin Clutch.
My goodness. That was just pure quality showmanship there from Miller. I mean, switch of the hand under the basket, evading all pressure, just made it happen.
When we had seen that once before, tie game versus New Orleans, he had gotten a steal in a similar situation, and he got called for an offensive foul, lowering his shoulder into the guy. Very similar 2-on-1 move, and he goes right at him, but decides to go for the up and under reverse layup, gets it to a 57-59 deficit, and this place is rocking right now.
That it is, and you know, that New Orleans game, that was the point difference between going into overtime, and you know, I think he's a young player, definitely learned his lesson in that situation, and as you can see here, he's proving it right in the paint.
And this is a very young group, 8 newcomers on this squad. Only one senior, Brandon Swaby, who is out for the 3rd straight game. And they had 4 returners coming into this year, Swaby being one of them. Charlie Yoder, who is a really bright player, entered the transfer portal, so no longer with the team. And then Josh Morgan and Benjamin Gristy, who are in the ball game right now. But a lot of this squad has consisted of new faces, like Jonathan Cece being a veteran leader even in his first year, coming from a JUCO. Jones unable to hit, and whistles. Might be a clock issue as the referees are conferring, and they've got everything figured out. I think they were trying to figure out if they needed to reset shot or game clock. But everything's figured out now. Crowd getting into it. Cardinals need a stop. Colonel's going to Nelson, slips and falls in the paint. And out of bounds was Miller as he could not handle the outlet pass. So turnover followed by another turnover. Gonna wipe up a wet spot where Nelson slipped down low.
That turnover after turnover just seems to be the story for the game tonight. I mean, like we had said, Cardinals taking more advantage of that than the Colonels, but in that one, there's just been a lot of loose, scrappy balls.
14 turnovers for the Colonels. Usually one of the best in the nation. Ranked 18th in turnover margin and a +4 rate. And they're -4 today. Blocked, but a foul called on Payne. Stephon Payne III called for his 4th foul. Team 10th sends Merrick Nelson to the line for 2 shots.
You can see he's feeling it there. And had Trey Miller come on over and give him a bit of a pep talk, try to shake it out of him. It's 4 minutes to go. Can be quite a bit of time when you're sitting with 4 fouls under your belt.
First free throw up and good. "23 points, leads all scorers. Another double-double for Nelson. Misses the second. Able to get his own rebound, but misses a point-blank layup. So it stays at a 3-point game. Would have been huge if he could have put that one in. Would have gotten it back to a 2-possession game. Christie, dribble handoff to Miller, or excuse me, Morgan gives it to Miller. 5 on the shot clock, spinning, and Pierce Spencer called for the foul. Got in the way of Miller, and that will be our last timeout of the game. Miller going to the free throw line at the end of this break.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
If I get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took.
Back here in San Antonio, Trey Miller at the line. Knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Stephon Payne III comes out of the ball game. Devontae Dennis back in. And knocks down both. 1-point game.
Miller leading the way for the Cardinals now with 16 points. Shooting 87.5% from the free throw line. It's impressive.
Spencer Jones now with 10. Backing down. Morgan. No foul. Unable to hit. Cardinals have numbers. CeCe gives it to Dennis. Sidesteps a couple. Unable to hit. No foul calls on either end. Spencer inside. Foul called. And Christie called for the foul. Manny Littles goes to the line.
We've seen this a couple of times where Cardinals rush down, hoping to beat them in transition, and just not quite being able to do so, trying to go up for a layup or to the rim with two guys pressuring them, when in reality, maybe they need to pump the brakes and take a breather. And it's always hard when it's in the final minutes and you're still a couple down, but I think taking a pause would help them here.
Littles, 58% on the year, splits a pair. He comes out of the ball game. McKee Collins comes in for him. So only a 2-point deficit for UIW here at home. Under 3 minutes to go. Miller with 16 tonight. Going at Huffman. Cece for the lead, and he nailed it.
People leaving their seats. The UIW players clearing the bench on that one. This is huge. The question is, can they maintain it for this next 2.5 minutes?
First lead since 14:42 in the first quarter when it was 9-2.
Someone who's been particularly silenced this game is Latrell Jones.
Almost another three. That would have popped the lid off of this McDermott Center. Clock goes under 2 minutes. We're at 2:02. And Austin Claunch calls another timeout. Full timeout called.
So I'd mentioned Latrell Jones, player that we had highlighted moving into this matchup. Has been held to 2 points this game. Completely uncharacteristic for him. I'm sure that that plays a pretty big role in the closeness of this game at the moment. But plenty of players stepping up big without his presence. Nelson being one of them, 23 points. But even more impressive, 11 rebounds. A double-double for him. Definitely a season high and a game to remember for Nelson for sure.
Colonels down one though. Austin Claunch calling his final timeout to try and draw up a play here. So no timeouts remaining for Nicholls, 2 timeouts remaining for UIW. Cardinals man-to-man. Nelson for 3, misses wide to the left. Offensive rebound by Huffman, trying to find his big man and instead takes it himself. Caleb Huffman gives the Colonels the lead back as we approach 90 seconds left in this ball game.
Can have that lead for long, but they can put some threes away. These final minutes.
CC to Morgan for 3, and he hits. Nothing but the bottom for Josh Morgan. 2-point lead for UIW.
Fantastic work there from Morgan. He even had to take that side step just to receive the ball. Still pulled that quick trigger and got the shot off.
Nelson goes left, acrobatic finish and unable to, but will go to the foul line. 2 free throws to tie the game for Marick Nelson. And that's the 5th foul on Stephon Payne, the 3rd. Fouls out with 10 points, 8 boards, and 2 assists to go along with 2 blocks. Dennis comes into the ball game for Payne. Nelson now at the line, 3 of 5 today. 53.6 left. Needs them both. And he hits nothing but net on the first. White comes out of the ball game as Latrell Jones comes in. Timeout taken by head coach Carson Cunningham. Still has 1 remaining for the Cardinals. Trying to draw up a offensive play as well as make Marek Nelson think about this free throw just a tad bit longer.
I don't know that anything's going to faze Nelson tonight. He is on fire, unstoppable, next level, major breakthrough for him this season, as we've said. But Stephon Payne has taken a seat that hurts this Cardinal team, and now it's up to Gristy to step in and make up for it.
This free throw struggle for Nicholls has cost them 4 games. 9 misses versus Lamar in a 3-point loss was one of the more recent ones. They're 50% tonight, 8 of 16. Cannot afford a miss here from Nelson. 4 for 6 tonight, 57% on the year. Back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Miller comes up with it. No need to foul if you're Nicholls. 40 on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to play defense if you're Nicholls. CC gets a screen from Miller. 5 on the shot clock. Step back 3 from CC. Oh my goodness! Jonathan CC with an absolute dagger. Referees are going to look at the clock here and make sure it's correct. But Jonathan CC with the biggest shot of the game. 23.7 left. Cardinals up by 4.
I am left speechless. I mean, everybody left their seat on that shot. Nobody, I think, could have pinned that he was going to go for a long 3. I mean, the way they set up the screen, the way he was thinking about it, you thought for sure he was about to go hard in the paint on a drive. And no, he took a nice big step back, finished it. And that's exactly what I think is going to get him through this one.
We've seen a lot of acrobatic shots from Jonathan CC, and that one might have been one of the most athletic ones. Step back 3, continuing to fade back towards half court, and just nothing but the bottom. So they add a couple seconds. So 24.4 left on the clock. You still could theoretically go for a 2 if you're Nicholls. They're going to roll the ball up to Huffman. Miller on Huffman. Got to go quick, though, if you're the Colonels. Nelson going at Dennis. Acrobatic move, unable to finish with the left. Foul. Gristy will go to the line. Still has to make a couple free throws, but 13.3 left. Huge rebound from Benjamin Gristy. Marek Nelson with an acrobatic move, trying to finish with his left. Unable to. So now it's Gristy's turn at the line. Sophomore from Australia, 60% on the year. 1-1. Swish. Recently out of the starting lineup, has played quality minutes wherever Coach Cunningham's needed him. Misses the second, so up by 5. still for the Cardinals. Jones, pull-up three, front iron, no good. White, he hits with 4.4 left. Miller, fouled by Spencer. 3 seconds left. Still a 1-and-1. That's only the third personal on Spencer. 9th team foul.
There are no words for this. I mean, the Nicholls bench completely silent after having held the lead for so long, and with 3 seconds to go, not looking so great, but you got to hand it to Jalen White on that last three. That was a quick trigger.
Miss there. Got to put it up, and they don't even get a shot off. They had a chance to win or tie the game, and they don't get a shot off after Trey Miller's missed free throw, and that's how the ball game will end. UIW